Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another StarCraft 2 broadcast. My name is Anaris, and today we're here watching the Terran player, who I'm going to refer as the Blue Guy, spawning in the 3 o'clock position against his opponent of the Protoss Persuasion, White Snow of... Of what? Why would you name yourself White Snow of? That's just you leave the viewer hanging. It's not very good for telling a story and such as a replay. I'm going to have to write a complaint to the Protoss board of, I don't know, whatever Protoss board receives complaints for stuff like this, but I actually have a confession for you guys and girls. I have gone 2 days without playing StarCraft. Now, I'm not quitting. I'm not going to reduce my videos. Don't think anything like that. It's just, you know how whenever you play a game for a really long time, you've just got to mix it up a little bit. You got to have that other fallback game, like that classic that you've got laying around. Like, I actually have Civilization 1 still laying around here somewhere on a couple floppy disks. I think it was 1 or 2, I don't remember. But it's laying around here somewhere, and occasionally I'll crack that open. But I did have to take a break from StarCraft because, honestly, I generally try to stay away from balance issues and stuff like that. But I was trying to find some games to cast the other day from the Asian server and a couple from the European, and I ended up with a lot of Protoss versus Zerg. And I thought to myself, you know what, cool, a lot of these show that they're going to be like 30, 40, 50-minute matches. Awesome. So I started watching them, and damn near every one of them was the Protoss versus Zerg Void Ray Colossi, just like Hulk Smash Rape Face build. And, that's a really hot topic right now, and it's like every game Zerg just could not do a damn thing. Now, I won't. There were some mistakes made each game. I will certainly say that. But from an entertainer's perspective, it really just kind of burnt me out. So I was just like, you know what? Hell with it. I'm going to play a different game or two. So I spent a lot of yesterday and a little bit of today playing a game called Borderlands. And if you want a game that is a nice, relaxing experience where you don't have to think about a damn thing about what you're doing in the game, I would definitely suggest that. Basically, all you do is kind of an RPS or RPG FPS. And you run around, you do these quests. It's a first-person shooter. It's Twitch-based, so you don't have to, like, Bob hits you for 25. You stand there like an idiot and die, type thing. So all you really upgrade is your guns, and you have a couple like shields and upgrades. But there's like seriously 5 things that you upgrade about your character. It's completely mindless and fun. It's fun. So I spent a lot of the time playing that. And now I'm back into StarCraft 2 here. So it was like a little bit of a vacation, like I think everybody needs to do that once in a while. And, I don't want you guys to think that I'm quitting or anything like that, so don't think that. I've actually been playing other games for, years and years and years and years and years. No, that's no big deal. But definitely suggest that if you get to the point where you're frustrated with a game, switch it up. Try something else just for a day or two, and you'll find you really do enjoy, the game that you're coming back to, which is StarCraft. I mean, it's kind of like a relationship. You take a day or two off, and then you realize, I really do love Joey Ray, Jennifer Madorf, whoever the hell that is. I have no idea, but that's going to be enough of my rambling here. I think these guys have built enough to start looking at what's going on. So the Protoss player, nice little pylon position right here. Oh, but the Reaper finds it. Going to start smashing that up with some grenades. Meanwhile, the Protoss is dropping down an expansion while working off of 2 warp gates. Warp gate technology now finished, sitting on those current boosts there. 1 gas right now. That's a good thing. And you think, what's he going to do with the second gas right now? Nothing. That's a problem I see a lot of newer players make, is they'll cap out both geysers within the first 2 minutes of the game. One of them would be sitting here, and the other one has got like 6 SC or 6 probes on it. And there's like having a union strike, like wins lunch or something. I don't know, but they just sit there and they do nothing. So, pro tip: don't build the assimilators, refineries, whatever, if you don't need them. So we have a little bit of an incursion here from the Protoss player. Not going to do a whole lot. I mean, you got this force field right here. It's blocking off the Terran from trying to do anything else. The Marauders have got the high ground. You've got the bunker here. I mean, really, nothing is going to happen here for now. Terran is going to drop down 2 additional barracks here. Now, this is pretty common play for Terran, the fast expansion. A lot of times you'll see them get that command center, guard it off with a bunker or 2, and then they'll generally go right into several more barracks being placed down. In this case, we do have a reactor and a tech lab, so we're going to have a 3 racks here. Pretty standard opener for the blue guy. Whites know of, realizing that, you know what, Terran's going for an expansion. He's kind of hunkered down on the top. Do the same thing. You know what? It's looking pretty good right now. He's actually a little bit ahead on the economy, I believe, economy side of things, rather. See 34 to 27 harvesters. Probably going to see his gas go up a little bit more here. He is working off of 2 geysers right now, also 2 additional gateways, and a robotics facility on the way. Get some observers in here. I think some, maybe an immortal or 2, maybe some colossi. And, oh, speaking of colossi, what did you guys think of that that immortal micro from Next Sickness against that SSS Hello guy from the other day? Yeah, that was pretty sexy stuff there. It reminded me of some videos I saw of a boxer with tank drops on the ledge. I think in the original Lost Temple, I think the tank drops were actually right here when I saw it. So a little bit of nostalgia purposes there. For whatever reason, I look at this and I see China. That's so crazy. It's a conspiracy. The Protoss are... Yeah, got nothing. I'm sure somebody's going to run with that. But on a lighter note here, the Protoss still working with a nice mixture of gateway units. Looking at the army size comparison, 64 to 63. Ooh, 64 now, catching it up. Neither player is supply blocked. That's what I like to see. Right now, APM both over 100, 125 to 152. And as far as income goes, we see it's adjusted a little bit more. And still Protoss is actually keeping up there. Oh, Protoss going ahead and coming down. So that's the mules at play for you right there. Terran, he does have 2 mules coming in, 2 orbital command, so that's going to help his economy out a lot. So looks over here, we got a robotics bay. Yeah, going to have those Colossus coming in the field. And yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on right now. So yeah, I'm actually excited. I did a lot of research on replays the past couple hours, and I have found, like, seriously 20 replays that look like they're really exciting. Not all PVZ Colossus Void Ray, which right now is something like I said, I'm trying to avoid. It's just, it doesn't make for a very interesting play. You just get this sinking feeling, like, and again, I'm not going to speak too much about the balance side of things, but all of the games I watched, they all just had this sinking feeling like there's just nothing the Zerg is going to be able to do. Oh god, we're all going to die. So, looking up here, we've got the Observer hanging out on the top ledge. This is just to give him vision in case the Terran decides to do any sort of harassment drops. You know, a couple Marauders up here could take out the Assimilator if he doesn't have the vision. But the Observer's like, sup, I can handle that. So he's going to handle that. Very nice guy. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Had beer with him the other day. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Protoss chrono boosting out to the extended thermal lance upgrade. Going to get those Colossi range up from 6 to 9. Aside from all the obvious references there, I do think that's a fantastic upgrade and one that is absolutely vital against Terran. Having those Colossi so close to the Marauders, man. The Marauders already, you know, their like #1 job in life is to look for Colossi. And when you've got the Colossi right up there with the Stalkers, it's not going to end well. Not going to end well. Those Marauders go into like kamikaze mode and just run right up to them and will chase them all across the frickin' map until they die. It's just how it works, folks. Keep that in mind. Pro tips. Number 2. Number 1, don't build gas unless you need it. Number 2, get the damn range upgrade. I'm being all kinds of helpful today. I feel like I'm kind of casting differently. I don't know. There's just not a lot of action going on here, and I'm just kind of speaking what's on my mind right now. I got a nice little Protoss ball of death. Oh, you know what this needs right here? Right here? Right here? EMP. Yeah, that'd be nice. Knock out all that energy from the sentries there. No force fields, no guardian shields of death. And check out that factory. He's pretty cool too. So right now, Terran player just kind of going with a standard build against Protoss right now. Very Marauder heavy. Again, I mean, why fix it if it ain't broke, man? Those Marauders can rip through most of the gateway units. You know, Zealots and Force Fields can give them a little bit of a hard time, but, you know, they do have other options here for dealing with that, so we'll see what's going to happen as Protoss looks like he's going to be a little bit aggressive here. He's well within range of the xel'naga watchtower. Terran does indeed see it. There goes another proxy pylon. Do note that a Ghost Academy is on the way, so next encounter we might see some ghosts here if the Protoss is not able to finish off the Terran. Very Marauder-heavy army here. They're just dancing back and forth. Here we go! Showtime! Colossus taking out the front line right there. Guardian Shield going down. Meanwhile, the Vikings are right up here with the Marauders, working on taking out the Colossi. One does indeed go down. Force Field's now in play. Try to block off some of those Marauders from reaching the back army here. But more units are warping in. It's looking like this is going to be showing in the favor of the Protoss ever so slightly, as he does look to move over to the xel'naga watchtower and push through. But do note that the Terran does have a lot of production capabilities here, so he will be able to reinforce his army. Also, he does have the high ground, where he can work on taking out some of these Colossi. One does go down. Number 2, down the drain. Protoss now forced to retreat here. Excellent play by the Vikings, who do not exist anymore. SCV is being brought off the line here, trying to take some of the damage, and split! SCVs are feeling quite ballsy right now. Okay. This is interesting. All right, well, charge right here, ladies and gentlemen. SCVs doing their part for the Terran army, taking it. Unnecessary death. That's a pretty cool story, though. So now we look at the units lost tab. We see 43 to 63, but notice how close they are in resources lost right there. They're within 200 of each other. Pretty darn close. Now, the destructible rocks are being taken down by the Protoss, who realizes he did diminish the Terran threat significantly. So, we'll see what's going to happen here. He is controlling the xel'naga watchtower once again, just going to take out that pylon. Probably going to take out this one as well here. It's pretty close. I think the Viking actually sees it. Yeah, he sees it right there. Ready for dust off. Dust. That sounds German-ish? Yeah, I got nothing. So here comes the Terran Observer, heading to the xel'naga watchtower. Not a lot the Protoss can do about it right this very moment. Once he controls the tower, he will be able to see it. Oh, Observer heading out at the last second there. Terran just sticking with the formula he's got going right now. Still no upgrades on the infantry or aerial units, but you know, Marauder Viking with some medevac support, a couple Marines in there. Pretty darn powerful against what the Protoss has right now. Now, notice he does have 2 Ghosts on the way, as well as the Mobius Reactor, which will be done prior to the Ghost completion. So those Ghosts will be starting with the extra 25 energy there. So looking at the army size right now, 138 to 142, still very close to one another. 23 Marauders, 15 Marines, 8 Stalkers, 9 now, 4 Sentries, 2 Colossi. And a ton of Zealots, man. 21 Zealots right there. Now, note that he does not have the charge upgrade. Of course, I say that now when it's right there. Building just about complete. As well as armor level 1. Another Colossus coming to the field here. You got the Nexus being built. So, a whole ton of stuff coming down for both players as they both look to secure their high yield expansions. Got some Vikings in midfield. This can only mean one thing, man. They're out for blood. And by blood, I mean mechanical blood. Looking to pick off some Colossi, do a little bit of scouting here. Not going to see any easy targets. There's the Comsat. Protoss doing a good job keeping his Colossi right here in the back of his army. We did see another one walking to the army there. As the probes are heading out at the very last second, I mean, they just missed the completion of that Nexus. So we'll see how that's going to affect his income here. We'll watch that adjust as the probes do head on back. Sound like a little southern drawl there. Did you know I'm actually from Virginia? Yeah. Random note, live in Oregon, from Virginia. So there are the probes getting situated there. Psystorm is on the way. Got a couple more Vikings. There's weapons level 1. About 50% complete there. A bunch of SCVs transferring over as well. Oh, you bored SCV. Get to work. Lazy, good for nothing. Big plans guy. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say, but I do like that he is getting a planetary fortress. This is pretty common. You'll see on these expansions, once you get out farther from the Terran base, that planetary fortress can really pay for itself. Kind of ward off a little of those little harassment strikes. You know, send 4, 6, 8 Zealots into the expansion, expecting to take it out. Nope! Planetary fortress smash. Whoa! EMP right there on the High Templar. And a feedback. Oh, man, so close. Could have done the 19 health there. Oh, man, hope we're going to have some High Templar on Ghost action. Those are always fun to watch. That's one of the things I like about Protoss versus Terran oh so much. You've got just the crazy dynamics between the Psystorm and the infantry. The Ghosts, the High Templar, the feedback, the sniping. Oh, it's always, oh, so fun to watch that. And I do like how Protoss has his army nice and spread out here. Going to try to mitigate some of that EMP. One High Templar out here out front, the one with low energy, another one here with a Zealot, and then you've got the remainder of the forces back here. So it actually requires a lot of EMPs to take that out. Very good planning on the part of the Protoss. Also throwing down a couple cannons here, kind of an equivalent to a planetary fortress-ish, as much as there could be one. Terran may be looking to make another move here. Very close. He is looking to head over into the northern portion of the map. Will he find this expansion, though? That's the question. He's just kind of hanging out right now. Weapons 1 is complete, so we can see that Blink technology is on the way, as well as ground armor level 2. So you see, no weapons, just going for the armor upgrade. Which, you know, those Protoss units, pretty darn tough, can make a lot of good use out of that armor. Marine coming over here, probably just scouting out, see if there's any probes or any workers, anything like that, just kind of hanging out. Maybe looking to build an expansion. Terran might be looking to go down here. He certainly does have a command center. This could also be floated over here. Not too uncommon to see that. Very, very easy to protect that. Considering at this point in the game, Protoss doesn't really have squat for air. So, good stuff there. I guess if he wanted to, he could blink and then blink down here, but yeah, what are the odds of that happening? So at this point in the game, looks like there's not a ton going on. We do have a little bit of a drop here. Not going to have a lot of excitement, though. The Marauders just kind of hanging out. He could use this medevac to pick up the other 4, drop him right here. But he's just kind of sitting around right now. Does have an armory, but look at the Protoss. Oh, building a Dark Shrine here. Yeah, sure enough, he's using that medevac to drop the other 4 very slowly. Uh-oh, Protoss looking to move out maybe to another attack. He is moving his army in small little groups. Again, going to try to mitigate that EMP. Keeping the High Templar out front. Going to try to land some early Psystorms. Let's see if we're going to have any ghost play here. Uh-oh, there's a nice storm. Captured a lot of those infantry off guard. But look at the shields, man. Ton of EMP just landed right there. Protoss doesn't have dick for shields. Wow, another Psystorm landing on top of those infantry. Look at how close to death they are, man. So close. A lot of those just have one little bar of life left. Another Psystorm landing, taking out a good number of those Marauders. You got to remember, though, Marauders, they can take a beating. One Psystorm will definitely not take those out. And Terran throwing down a planetary fortress here. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before. That's actually something I've seen a lot on the Asian server. A planetary fortress is being used as a static defense. And we see some great force field placement right there, keeping out a majority of the Marauders. Not going to matter, though. The Protoss player does not have enough firepower here to finish off this command center and everything here firing at them before those force fields go down. Sure enough, we see Terran coming back there at the last second with the save. So anyways, yeah, what I was saying is the command centers I've noticed have been really used as static defenses lately, just in random, well, not random points in the map, but parts of the map that don't have any minerals or anything like that. And uh-oh, Hellions coming in here, blue flame upgrade. Let's see what's going to happen here. Will they get any kills? One Templar very close. Yes, it does go down. Going to try to go in for a second one. He does get it. Not sure if he saw the Dark Templar. Yes, it looks like he did. Going to be building a missile turret there. Not going to matter, though. One Dark Templar. What's it going to do to a planetary fortress with the scanning? Nothing except die. Terran sitting down here with the command center. Not upgraded just yet. May want to wait and see for a second if it's going to be killed. We'll keep an eye on that, though. One Dark Templar is heading in. Oh, wow. Just out of range of the turret, which is building. And dead Templar. What's that dead turret? Another command center going down. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually built a planetary fortress. EMP time! Look at that. Got the nice front of the ball there. The ghosts are going to go down, but at what cost? Oh, Psystorm catching those infantry right in the middle of that choke point. Perfect positioning there. So that High Templar is going to go down. Looks like we're going to have a Protoss pushing back now. Uh-oh, Hellion getting dangerously close to this High Templar. See what's going to happen. The Marauders are hanging out near their planetary fortress. This one might go down. Oh no, nice! He's attacking the planetary fortress to get the SCVs to repair his bait for the High Templar, and there goes that expansion, ladies and gentlemen. No more money will be had from that for the time being. Psystorm's landing here from a nice little flank attack from the Protoss, dropping a Psystorm on half the infantry, taking out a lot of them. Look at that right there. He's actually loaded up some of that infantry there. Don't know if that's intentional or a mistake. Looks like a couple of them are pretty low health here. As the engagement continues, Protoss trying to hold his own ground here, turning those useless High Templar into Archons. I call them useless because if he doesn't do anything with them, they're going to die anyways, so you might as well doing something with them. Try to build an Archon, get a couple of free hits. Looks like that's exactly what he did as the Protoss is charging in here with Zealots, pushing the Terran back towards this planetary fortress. He does have some reinforcements here. Oh, Psystorm actually landing on the Zealots there. Oh, wow, that Archon. You are one dead cloud of energy. I can't sing worth of crap. Here we go. Maybe an engagement right here. As we see the Zealots and the Dark Templar trying to take out this planetary fortress. And Psystorm on the SCVs. Meanwhile, Protoss getting another Psystorm on the infantry. Great play there. Back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. This is just going back and forth between the proxy position and the Terran base. Psystorm right on top of all of the infantry right there. As once again, we have a little bit of Archon morphing action. Oh, you poor High Templar. Could not get to your buddy in time. And another Psystorm landing right there. Look at how low these infantry are on the health, folks. One more storm, that's really going to drop that group here, but not if the Zealots finish them off first. Whew, alright, so that attack is finally over. 33 minutes later, still really weren't able to do a whole lot, but the Protoss was able to deny the Terran the rest of this income. So that's going to help them out a little bit here. As you look at the income tab now, it's about 600 to 220. You see that he's dropping down these mules. The loss of all those SCVs, man, just crippled his economy. So really, Protoss did a great thing here, being so aggressive and throwing those units, using the Zealots to keep the infantry away long enough to get down here, take out all the SCVs with the Psystorm. And now he can continue putting on the pressure, even though, you know, these mules are here. They're going to help the Terran get up a little bit, but they just don't have nearly the same staying power as an SCV. So looking at the army size right now, we can see 117 to 100 in favor of the Terran. Do have a little bit of a harassment here coming with the Hellions. Hellions versus Stalkers, round one, fight, surprise, guess who wins? Yep, Hellions going to run over here into the mineral line. Uh-oh. See if he's going to get any kills out of this. Oh, probes around! Dead. 1DT going to come over here, try to attack this SCV. Will he attack the missile turret? No! SCV, oh man. SCVs are just going to finish building it there. I mean, who didn't see that one coming? Maybe had a chance if he had taken out that turret, but, you know, who knows? Just a chance. Terran still could have scanned it. Zealot's going to be coming up here, actually just going to hang out, maybe trying to save these here for a later attack on the command center, trying to bait those SCVs to repairing the planetary fortress again. Terran with a couple Marauders loaded into the dropships here. Ooh, what's he going to be doing? Whoa, I know exactly what Protoss is doing, taking out a medevac. Good shot on that one. As we do have the two medevacs coming up here. They do any damage? Maybe. I think they will. I think we'll get a whole boatload of Zealots and all kinds of gateway units being warped in here. Here comes the drop from the Terran player, getting those Marauders up here in the 12 o'clock position, where they are stemming and heading directly for the Nexus, just out of aggro range for the Stalker there. Wow, very nice. As he's taking that out, that's going to cut down on the future income for the Protoss here a good bit, and the Stalkers are going to die very quickly. I mean, that's just no contest right there. Oh, Psystorm landing right on top of him. What is this? SCV chasing the High Templar. We'll have to come back to that. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. As we see the Marauders are cutting away the Zealots. Good micro. Hitting the stem, chasing them away. Zealots are going to die. As the SCV is still chasing around the High Templar here on the ledge. No, Billy, how could you? You cheated on me. I can't help it, Jennifer. I can't help it. You must take my life. Oh, no. Oh, no. I really have no idea where that came from, but that was quite possibly the most embarrassing things I've ever done in my life. That was really weird, though, and I think it warranted it. An SCV taking out a High Templar, how else could you really react to that? Except acting like an idiot. I'm sure that High Templar was slightly embarrassed, but we do have more sniping and EMP going on here. As the two High Templar try to make their way into an Archon. Will they reach that time of enlightenment? Oh man, maybe. Nope, just kidding. Haha. Ghost Revenge. Uh-oh. More EMPs, more maybe some feedback. Not a lot of energy though. Do have a decent bet. Certainly enough to kill him. Let's see what's going to happen here. This is asking for a Psystorm. Do have some feedback. Ghosts are cutting away. Meanwhile, the Marauders taking a beating from the Archons. EMP landing on top of the Archons there, knocking out a lot of those shields. Not all of them, though. Protoss continuing to give pursuit. Terran having to retreat back towards the planetary fortress. Terran, the important thing to note here, you saw the production tab, there's not squat except for a GG from the Terran player. The blue guy conceding victory to... Ceding, whatever, to the Protoss. White Snow of Victor, that's his name. White Snow of Victory today, ladies and gentlemen, here on Lost Temple, has taken victory from the jaws of a really poorly micromanaged High Templar down here, killed by an SCV. And yeah, good stuff. So I'm going to try to find some more games here. Hopefully not be as retarded as I was this game. I'm sure somebody's going to be like, oh my god, focus on the kiss. Well, you know what? Hey, it's my first game back in a couple days, and I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with it. So we're going to continue on here on StarCraft 2 Festivus Day. Yeah, I got nothing. Later.